That is 65 million units. You can make 65 million just doing that. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and today I'm going to show you the 2 recipes that will make you a billionaire in No Man's Sky. You will have so much money you won't know what to do with it. It is going to be ridiculous. Now, before we get into all the details, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys. We are right on the verge of 80,000 subscribers, which is insane. You guys are showing so much love for the channel. It is crazy, and I love all of you. But we're trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you love No Man's Sky, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. That way we can get to 100,000 by the end of the year, okay? So much love, appreciate all of you, I love all of you, and let's get back into the details. This is more for people who are trying to get a lot of cash. That way you can buy ships and scrap them and make nanites. This is an intro basically to making a lot of money. Therefore, you can make a lot of nanites, and you just do a ton more stuff once you have the money to do so. You can buy freighters, you can buy high-priced ships. It's crazy what you can do once you have the money, but you need the money. So, the first thing you want to do is go to any space station you can in your system. I mean, any space station will generally have it. Now, you're going to want to wait for someone to come in and land because other pilots will be able to sell you items. No one's here yet, so actually let's go over to the terminals. You should be able to go to a terminal and at least get some of the basic stuff. So once you head over to the terminal, let's go over in here. And we're in the buy section right now. Let's go down, and first thing you can do is you can buy cobalt. Cobalt will get you there as well, but you're going to always buy all the oxygen you can. You need as much oxygen as you can. So you see what I just did there? It starts out at 1. If you just hit the left icon, instead of going to 0, it'll go to the max number. That way you don't have to go through all the meters over and over again. So I'm going to buy all of it. And let's see what else they have. Now, ionized cobalt is what you truly want. If they only have cobalt, that's fine. You can buy all of that up, and you can make ionized cobalt. But since we already have ionized cobalt, let's buy that. And that's it for here. Okay, so we want ionized cobalt, and we're also looking for chlorine. And that's really hard to come by at a terminal. That's why you want to talk to some of these pilots down here. And the more you can buy, the faster this will go, but you don't need that much. Like, I mean, I bought 2,000 ionized cobalt and 1,400 oxygen. So if you can find more of it, awesome. If you don't have a lot of it, that's okay too. But we're waiting for a pilot. A pilot's gonna come in here, I know it.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Finally, someone decided to fly in here. Holy cow. Waited forever for another pilot to show up. All right, so, hey, buddy. Hey, come over here. You're wearing purple, I can appreciate that. So let's buy some items from the life form. And what we're looking for is chlorine. Oh, there you go, right here. He has 2,000 chlorine. So we'd buy it for about $1 million. That's okay, we're gonna make our money back. But buy as much as you can. You might not have that much money, but that's totally fine. As long as you get a few, you're okay. I'm buying as much as I can, which is all of it. Oh, wait a minute. We also want to buy as much as oxygen as we can too. So oxygen is going to be the one you want the most of, because oxygen is the one you're going to be using a lot of. So always buy as much oxygen as possible. And now we have, oh, look at everyone else decided to show up. So let's buy everything we can before we go back down to our base. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff. Let's go back down to our base because this is going to be the next step for you. So once you've made it to your base, you need to be at your base because you need either a medium or a large refiner. Both those blueprints can be found on the space anomaly, or if you have the construction research unit, you can totally get those blueprints in there as well. But you can get a large refiner, but if you can't get a large refiner, because it takes a little while to get to that one, you can use a medium refiner, so I'll use that one just for this example. So we have, let's start out with, let me show you what I have. I have 4,000 chlorine. I have almost 6,000 oxygen and 3,900, almost 4,000 ionized cobalt, okay? So let's actually get in here. And I'm just going to show you, you only need 2 different inputs. Because if you mix oxygen, let's just say we mix 10 oxygen, just to make the math easy, because I'm a really simple man. And we're going to put in 10 chlorine. So you use 2 oxygen and you use 1 chlorine, it will make 6 chlorine. So look at this. We put 10 of each in. Now let's begin construction on this. We put 10 each in and we got 30, and we didn't even use all of our chlorine. We only used half of our chlorine. And we got 30 chlorine out of it. Let's put that over there. So let's actually put in 10 chlorine and we'll put in 20 oxygen. So that way it's used double, because we use 2 oxygen for every 1 chlorine. And look at that, you made 60 chlorine. And so that is why you want to do that. This recipe, you can just totally keep going with this and just make a ton of it. And the same thing works for ionized cobalt. Let's look at this, boom. Let's put in 100 oxygen and we'll put in 50 cobalt. It's the same exact recipe, 2 oxygen for 1 ionized cobalt, and it doubles it, or triples it technically. So there you go. We got 300 ionized cobalt out of that. We just went and we made a ton of profit just by combining oxygen and another element, either chlorine or ionized cobalt. So that's all you got to do. And then you just keep doing that process over and over again. You're going to need to buy a lot of oxygen, but oxygen is pretty plentiful. You can either farm it, like you can put up, gas capture, or you can just buy it from the space station. That's usually what I do. And all you have to do at that point is you sell off your ionized cobalt. Now be careful, because if once you sell a ton of one item, it basically crashes the economy. And so you lower the price, because if there's so much chlorine and, if you have hundreds of thousands of chlorine and hundreds of thousands of ionized cobalt, it'll basically cost nothing. They'll buy it for like $1. And so once you've done it, that system is crashed, all right? So don't even worry about selling it again. So what I would do is stockpile as much as you can. Make sure your inventory's open and get multiple stacks, because I'll show you 1 stack of cobalt if you have it maxed out. So if you get 9,999 cobalt, you can make 4 million per stack. Look at that. Total value 4 million units. And so right here, I mean, if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 stacks of that, and they're 4 million apiece. That is 65 million units. You can make 65 million just doing that. And I mean, it's ridiculous and it's crazy. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I'll see you guys next time.